It is recording. Okay. Hello. So I'm back. So today I'm going to be filming a get ready with me video, but also talking about mental health. So we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Okay, so I've been wanting to do this for a while now, but finally got around to it. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by putting these little ears on. I got the idea from my friend Genesis. It helps to keep like your face, like your hair away from your face. Okay, so basically, let's see, how do I start? I'm looking at my mom out the window. So right now I'm putting on this cream. It's one of my favorites. Oh my god, I'm like blank. Okay, so I've been wanting to do this video and basically just, you know, just informal, of course, talk about mental health. Okay, here we go. I'm a mess. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago I asked on Instagram like what kind of things people would be interested in seeing, and oh my god, I really am. Let me get my mirror. Okay. And basically, a lot of the responses I got were in regards to, I guess like dealing with it and like identity. So identity and mental health. So I identify as a Latina woman, and honestly growing up I never even heard the word mental health. I honestly don't even remember hearing the words like anxiety or depression or bipolar disorder. It wasn't until like kind of now that I realized what it is, and that a lot of people do go through stages where they get feelings of anxiety or depression, or where people do have it as like a chronic illness. And I think it's something that should be addressed more often, because a lot of times just, you know, you're going through things and you're getting these feelings without, I don't know, okay, I need to gather my thoughts. So yeah, basically growing up I wasn't really aware that mental health was really a thing. So the way I see it, like, we all have health, we all have mental health. It's just, you know, sometimes at different stages in our lives we get sick or whatnot. And you know, it's not like we're always going to be 100% healthy. You know, sometimes things come up. And I think especially in regards to mental health, it's important to be aware of your emotions and how you're feeling. And just like when we feel like we're running with the fever, you know, we have like a runny nose, or just we feel like something's right, I think that can also apply to mental health. You know, there's just those days where we don't feel okay, which is okay. Like, it's okay not to be all right all the time. But I think when it gets to a point where it starts interfering with daily activities, like not wanting to get out of bed, or again, I'm not a mental health professional, but this is just like in regards to like my own experience and how it's manifested in me. But I think it's just very important to take into consideration like how you're feeling, and a lot of times if you live in a household with other people, they'll be able to tell you as well, because you know, you recognize how other people act and what their normal like baseline behavior is. So I think it is important to pay attention to that. I'm really glad that now I've been able to become more aware of my emotions, which again, it's easier for some to do than others. I'm putting my bronzer on. So I'm trying to remember the questions that were asked. It was in regards into identity. Well, I guess in a way, going back to that, as we grow up, we become aware of different things, you know, there's growth, we evolve, we learn and unlearn things that we've been taught since we've been small. So I think with me, I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly. We'll see how it comes out. I forgot to put blush on. I think nowadays, especially right now, like now that I'm older and I get on social media, it's become more apparent, like the word mental health has been really been in the spotlight, but I feel it's still like not enough as it should be. But you know, it's getting there. Okay, I'm sorry, this is literally all over the place. I don't think I can do two things at once. I guess I'm a bad multitasker. Trying to think of the questions. I can't remember. Okay, I know one was in relation to like identity and I think how I grew up. Oh well, I just playing back into that with my family. A lot of times when I first got those feelings, just when I knew something wasn't right, I would explain to my family members, and a lot of times I think it takes being open with others, with people who are close to you, who love you. 'Cause it's something, especially in a Latino household, I think it's not something that is usually talked about. It's kind of like, oh, get over it, you'll feel better soon. But you know, sometimes when, again, I don't know if this was recorded already, fuck. I'll go ahead and read it. This is all over the place. But I knew I wanted to speak to someone about it besides my family, because when it starts interfering with, you know, sometimes we don't feel okay, but when those feelings start interfering with your daily activities, such as, you know, being able to get out of bed, or brushing your teeth, or just isolating yourself from your normal routine, I think that's when it's time to, you know, be honest with yourself and with others of how you've been feeling. I know a lot of times maybe that may not be possible, but there are different resources out there. I'll see if I can go ahead and link like different resources I'm aware of. Again, I'm not a mental health professional. I just wanted to go ahead and talk about this again, even though it's all over the place. Forgot the highlighter. If you watched up until here, I really appreciate you, because I know this is confusing. I'm confusing myself. But let's be real, this is kind of how I talk in real life. Kind of just all over the place. Oh, one of the other questions I just remembered is like what I do when I get those feelings. I think a lot of times it's important to, one, recognize that you are feeling that way. That's a huge first step, and I know it can be harder for some than others. Because a lot of times, again, it's kind of like, oh, whatever, I'll get over it. But there's times when those, you still keep feeling that way. I'm gonna curl them again. And you know, that's okay. Like, oh my god, it's my mascara. Okay, so we're back again. So I didn't find it, but luckily I just bought one today at the swap meet, so we're good. God, I already forgot what I talked about. Oh, but yeah, here we go. I remember. You can't tell I have a really bad short-term memory. It's important to recognize when you're feeling like that. I know sometimes it can be harder for some of us to do so. I remember when I first started feeling that way, I was like there's no way I am going through a depressive episode, or there's no way I'm anxious, like I'm okay. But you know, it's always good to talk to others as well. I know, again, that can be hard, but just know that this is something that you can't deal with. Well, you can deal with it on your own, but it's so important to surround yourself with others who you know care for you, whether it's like your doctor, your nurse, your family, because these feelings can be very isolating. And from personal experience, that's not the best thing you can do, because then you get stuck in this bubble, in this cycle where you're just like, oh, I don't want to go out. Oh, I don't want to spend time with my friends. Oh, which again is a symptom of like depression. Doesn't look that bad. This one. I might have to film this again because this is all over the place. Okay. That's all I'm gonna do. Yeah, I suck at this. Oh yeah, what I do when I'm feeling anxious, or when I know I'm just not feeling okay, I like forcing myself to spend time with people even though I know I don't want to. After doing that, I'm always very glad I did, whether it's like going to get boba with my friends, or just hanging out with my family. Always helps me. Surrounding myself with others even during those times when I don't want to. Going out for a walk, being in nature, just doing things that help me and help distract my mind from just those oh, I can take this off now. Just basically anything that will distract me for a little bit, because then I'm not having to think about whatever I've been thinking about the whole day, or let's see, what else do I do? Damn, this video is gonna be all over the place, so if you watch the whole thing, I appreciate you. Oh yeah, taking a shower. That's like, I think, something that always helps me, because it helps to, not only am I like cleansing my body, but I feel like that also helps to, it's kind of like therapeutic to me. It's like, oh, I have water running all over, but it's also kind of like cleaning my mind in a way. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just very refreshing. You come out feeling new. I feel like a shower can always fix a lot of things. But yeah, please be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and know that you're never alone. There is resources out there, there's help, even though I know sometimes it's hard to reach out. You're never alone. So hopefully this video makes sense. Hopefully I can make it make sense. Bye.